You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
As we take a short break for the holidays, we want to thank you for being part of our community and for tuning in throughout the year. Today, we're bringing you a special encore episode, one we'll hope you enjoy revisiting or hearing for the first time. However you're spending the season, we wish you happy holidays, a safe and restful break, and as always, thank you for listening.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to N2K Cyberwire's Hacking Humans podcast, where each week we look behind the social engineering scams, phishing schemes, and criminal exploits that are making headlines and taking a heavy toll on organizations around the world. I'm Dave Bittner, and joining me is Joe Kerrigan. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Dave.
And our N2K colleague and host of the T-Minus Space Daily podcast, Maria Vermazis. Maria.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Joe.
I got a little bit of follow-up here for us. One of our listeners sent this in. Listener, I believe it's McCall is how you pronounce this person's name. It's not an English name, so apologies to McCall if I get it wrong.
Right.
But sent us the kind note that says, scam warning, there's a new scam targeting conferences. They scrape the website and then email you as if you are in charge of hotel bookings, asking you to book through them. They act as if they are agents for the organizers, while in truth, the organizers know nothing about it. So don't fall for it. I almost did if it hadn't been for the Dear Professor red flag. And if in doubt, ask others if it's legit. Who knows? You could be left without anywhere to stay while the scammers pocket all the money.
Indeed. Yeah, that's pretty
nasty.
good. Pretty good scam. How do they find out if you're going to go to the conference? Maybe they scrape the list of publications or presentations
Yeah,
first?
I'm thinking, you could just go
Speaker
after
list,
the
right?
speakers.
Right.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
after the speakers. Some of these conferences have dozens of speakers, so hit them up, get them to log into a fake site with travel information and profit.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
It's an easy way to make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Dastardly.
Good tip. So beware. All right. Well, thanks for sending that in. And again, we'd love to hear from you. If there's something you would like us to share on the show, you can email us. It's hackinghumans@n2k.com. We'll be right back with our stories after this quick break. Understanding how attacks actually work matters. Zero Trust World is a cybersecurity conference focused on practical security, including hands-on hacking labs where attendees explore real attack techniques and defensive controls in action. The event takes place in Orlando, Florida, March 4th through the 6th, 2026, and is designed for practitioners who want real experience, not just theory. Learn more at ztw.com and use code ZTWN2K26 to receive $200 off registration. All right, we are back, and I'm going to kick things off for us here. And as you both know, we have a regular listener to the show who prefers to remain anonymous, but I know who they are.
I don't. They're so anonymous. Maria and I don't know who they are.
Well, I'm happy to share behind the scenes, but they have
Probably the way they want to keep it.
They've requested anonymity as far as the show goes.
Don't tell Joe who I am.
This person is a former federal law enforcement officer, someone who spent many years investigating scams and fraud. And this person has been digging into the psychology of scams in his retirement. And what he sent along recently was just too good to not pass along. So they call it the scammer psychological kill chain. And according to him, scammers don't just improvise. They operate with a precision that looks a lot like military doctrine. But instead of seizing territory, they're capturing trust. So I'm going to do my best to unpack it here for you. There's two parts to this. So the first part with this kill chain, stage 0 is reconnaissance, And this is before the victim even knows there's a threat. The scammer's laying the groundwork, setting up the fake websites, the spoof numbers, and writing the scripts that they're going to use when they're talking to people. And everything is designed so that that first contact feels safe and familiar and legit. Next up is stage 1, which is the initial contact. This could be a text, an email, a call, which is crafted to break through your attention just long enough to plant a seed. Stage 2 is the pretext. This is the story. Maybe there's a banking issue, a tax problem, or a romantic encounter. This is designed to hook your emotions before the victim has time to think critically. Stage 3 is trust building. This is where the scammer becomes a confidant or a mentor or a partner, and the victim's skepticism fades as they feel understood, right? Building that rapport. Step 4 is foothold establishment. This is where the scammer starts giving procedures. Stay online, install this app, follow this bank protocol. And each step along the way deepens the compliance from the victim. And stage 5 is escalation. This is where the commitments grow larger, the choices narrow, and the victim feels trapped into going along. Stage 6 is execution. That's when the scammer gets the money, the data, or whatever they're after, all while keeping the victim inside the control bubble. And stage 7 is aftermath control. This is sometimes where the scammers disappear. Sometimes they'll linger, grooming the victim for another round and, see what comes next. So before I dig into the second part of what our listeners sent us, let's start here. Do these multiple stages make sense to the two of you?
They do. I'm going to start with stage 0. This is very much like any other kind of attack, reconnaissance phase, and it is the phase over which none of us have any control. Right? This is the part where the bad actor, doesn't matter what kind of attack it is, they're out there just doing their homework. And I think it's really important to realize that by the time you get contacted in like stage 1, the initial contact, they've already done a lot of legwork. So that legwork helps them seem legitimate, helps it seem realistic, and helps it seem reasonable. So I think we all need to be mindful of this all the time about what kind of information is out there about us and how it's available just online. Like I've said many times, LinkedIn is a great open source intelligence tool for finding things out.
Yeah.
So, as are just about every other social media platform.
Yeah. Maria, what do you think?
Yeah, as brilliant as you're walking through the kill chain, I was thinking of some recent examples I was reading about earlier this week and just following the kill chain step by step and how well it lines up. I'm familiar with the kill chain when we talk about it in more like cybersecurity context, but this works brilliantly also. And certainly it's not exclusive to cybersecurity, so it works really well. And yeah, it's that asymmetry of when you come into the situation without even knowing it. As Joe was saying, you're in a way almost outgunned from the beginning, so you really have to try and. It's very difficult, and it should engender some sympathy. Well, I would hope a lot more sympathy in all of us when we hear about people who become victims. It would be nice because we, as you said, Joe, from stage 0, they know a lot more about you. You don't know who's calling you, and of course, we say don't answer that call or just hang up immediately. But many people do take those calls, and they don't realize how much is known about them already when that call starts.
Yeah.
So that very asymmetrical. Yeah.
So our listener didn't just outline the problem. He also shared what he calls the global immutable counter rules. These are the defensive maneuvers. It's definitely betraying himself as an old Fed, right?
Right. What's the acronym? GICR? The GICRs?
Yeah, Gicker. He says, never trust incoming calls or texts, never click links, never pay with gift cards, crypto, or wire transfers, never let someone take remote control of your phone or computer, and if anyone tells you to keep this private or stay on the line, that is your cue to hang up. Caller ID lies, logos can be faked, and urgency, that's the scammer's sharpest weapon. And he mapped out what he calls the scam levels. Level 1 are the quick hits. These are like the smishing text, the QR code traps, or fake antivirus renewals. Level 2 is structured authority. This would be fake IRS agents or bogus bank fraud or fake tech support. Level 3 is romance scams or pig butchering or the long cons that build emotional bonds. Level 4 is what he calls synthetic reality. This is entire fake trading dashboards, AI-driven group chats, or deep fake video that try to prove legitimacy.
Oof.
And level 5, which is the top level, that's the closed world. That's where victors live inside the scammer-controlled ecosystem, where everything reinforces the fraud. And this is when people are in this level, the family and the banks become the enemy, while the scammers' world feels like the only safe place left. So he says a key point is that scams don't neatly progress from level 1 to level 5. They start wherever the scammer wants. A robocall is level 1. A fake crypto dashboard, level 4. A big full-blown pig butchering goes straight to level 5. So they say that the lesson here is chilling but empowering, that scams are evolving, mixing psychology, technology, and manipulation. But once you know the kill chain, and once you follow the counter rules, you can spot the levels. That makes you a lot harder to trap. And again, he says anything that happens that implies any level of urgency, that's probably the biggest red flag there is.
Yeah.
But before we move on here, let's revisit here again. There's these 5 levels of the scam levels. Let me start with you, Maria, this time. What do you make of this?
It's I was thinking level 4, that's the synthetic reality one. That is getting so much easier to do now with AI, and we talk about it a lot on the show. Because as you were describing it, I was thinking not that long ago that would have been a really high effort scam. And now it seems it's super trivial to do. So that makes me wonder about the level 5, very encompassing, almost cult-like situation. Not that I have an answer to that, because if I knew how to break people out of cults, I would be on a different show. But it's just alarming that level 1, 2, and 3 we almost consider those like table stakes at this point. Level 4 is becoming much more commonplace. I'm really worried. I'm not trying to freak people out, but I'm just going, this actually kind of scares me right now, thinking about it in this way.
Yeah. Joe, how about you?
I like this whole structure, and I'm wondering if this person is pursuing a PhD somewhere close by.
Put this on a poster somewhere. Seriously, this is good stuff.
This looks like almost like there's an institution nearby us called Capital Technology University.
Okay.
That has a PhD in cyber psychology.
Oh.
I think this would be an excellent part of your research if you were there and in that program.
Right. Well, maybe we can give them an honorary PhD from Hacking Humans University.
Sure. And we can start that up and give away honorary degrees to everybody.
Are we qualified?
Yes. To dole out honorary PhDs? Absolutely.
Sure. Who
great.
isn't?
Right.
The coveted, just put that on your LinkedIn, put it on your resume. It'll open doors for you.
Yes.
I see here you have the coveted Hacking Humans PhD.
Right.
Printed on a napkin.
Right. An old, soggy napkin. We have to come up with a clever thing that PhD actually stands for,
Piled hip deep.
Right. All right. Well, that is my story this week. We do not have a link to that since, again, this came from one of our dear listeners, and I do appreciate him sending this in. He's a regular contributor, and I have to say I have learned a lot from the things he's shared with me over the years, from his on-the-ground experience, in the federal law enforcement workforce. He's shared a lot of insights that helped give me a better, deeper understanding of the way things actually are out there. And so I'm very grateful for him taking the time. And this goes right along with all that. All right, Maria, you're up next. What do you got for us this week?
Another look at job scams, because why not? I know a lot of people who are unemployed or funemployed at the moment. And it's just top of mind for me, for a lot of my friends who are trying to regain employment at the moment. So there's actually 2 stories that I'm combining for today. So we'll have links to both of these. But the first was a data point from McAfee that Newsweek just published, saying that job scams in the United States have jumped up 1,000%, give or take,
Wow.
because of the current labor market situation in the States, which is not super great. So they qualify job scams as something that we've talked about a lot, which is not just the garbage ones by email that we can spot a mile away, but the WhatsApp ones, the ones that come in by text. Those have all just exploded. We've noticed them on the show. Our listeners certainly have written in with a lot of examples, and the numbers seem to back that up. That 1,000% is quite a lot. And I wanted to tie in also a recent example about a woman who has seen a bunch of these job scams come her way as she's been looking for a job. She is from Pasadena, Maryland. So this story comes in from WMAR Baltimore. And this woman, Lisa, was looking for... Yes.
It's Mallory Sofaste, Dave.
Oh,
it's a
it's our
Mallory
friend
Sofaste
Mallory.
story.
So in the days, this is going to sound good. The days BM before Maria.
Don't call it that.
Oh, please don't call it that. Oh, now it's going to be called that, isn't it?
How about we just call it BV before Vermozis?
That's better.
Vermozis before
BV.
Vermozis.
Yeah. Before Vermozis. Mallory
BMV.
Sofaste. Yeah. Mallory Sofaste has been a regular contributor to our show. She's a regular
Awesome.
guest. She's she's a consumer reporter at WMAR, but also one of their anchors. So what a lovely coincidence that you came across one of her stories.
It's totally in our wheelhouse. I read that, so that is well, go figure. Well, thank you, Mallory. Full attribution to you for this wonderful story. And it really does align very well with not just the Newsweek and McAfee number, but again, we've been noticing it a lot here. So Mallory spoke to this woman, Lisa Owens, who was a server for a long time, and she fell out of work because of an injury. So she'd been looking for remote work that she could do from home since she can't stand and be ambulatory for quite some time while she recovers. And she says that she's been getting a ton of spammy job offers that she didn't realize were spam at the beginning. So we'll walk through a little bit of what she's been encountering. So she would get a lot of messages about looking for remote work where the jobs that she was applying for were filled, but we'll pass your information on to someone that I know. We'll refer you for an alternative opportunity, and they just so happen to have an opening. And one job in that vein that she was offered overnighted her a $2,864 check. Literally just, we're giving you this job and here's some money. Thank you for being an executive assistant for us, a personal assistant. This is just money we're giving you up front. No surprise to all of us that was a fake check. But she didn't know at first. She didn't realize that this was actually a scam. She just figured she sort of won the lottery, essentially, with like a really generous job. How wonderful that they sent me money up front. You know, that's always nice, isn't it? Thankfully, when she sent it to a check cashing service, they realized that it was fake. So she didn't get roped into the whole check cashing scam that we've talked about a whole lot of time and get stuck on the hook for money that, you know, was not hers.
Right. That's good.
That's good. That's great. It just sort of got a little lucky there, but yeah. And then another job that she got tagged for while, again, applying for online jobs was for being a property manager assistant, where the job was to repost real rental listings on Craigslist and Facebook and then change the details. And this, for the Facebook postings especially, would be using her own Facebook account to do this. Right. So they would ask...
We need you as legwork for another scam.
Her virtual money mule.
Right.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. So they asked her to repost, again, real listings, but then say the security deposit is actually $1,000 higher than the original one. And also the contact info points to us and not the original listing. So just enough to make the listing look legit. If you looked it up, you'd be like, it looks kind of correct. And she was worried about people contacting her. You know, it's my Facebook account that I'm using to post these. Aren't people going to get mad and yell at me? And they said, don't worry about it. Just send them to us. Just give them our phone number. Yeah.
We're not going to worry about it. You
it.
shouldn't either.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
nobody will show up at your house.
No, I'm sure it's totally fine.
people.
Nobody angry is going to show up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was doing the legwork. She was the mule, and she had a legitimate Facebook account,
Right.
so that made it look super legit. Isn't that nice for the scammers? And she caught on, thankfully, pretty quickly with that one. But she says she's gotten at least 4 scammy job offers in just a matter of weeks. And actually, when talking to Mallory, I think she said she got one just that morning. So the job offers just keep coming her way as someone looking for remote work. So yeah, it was just amazing to see how much BS, instead of talking about BMV, we're talking about BS in this case, just flying in her direction. And she legitimately does need remote work. So it's just a lot for her to have to sift through. So a fair warning and just be cautious, everybody who may be in a similar situation. These job scams are getting more sophisticated. There's a lot of them right now, and there's more and more, as we've said, 1,000% increase. A lot of these scammers, as Dave and Joey mentioned, they're looking for in-betweens, money mules.
Right.
So a lot of these job offers may have you do something quasi-legit-ish, but you're helping to run fraud. So then you could be implicated in fraud. So that's really... You become an accomplice.
Bad.
That's bad. That's wicked bad. So wicked bad.
Wicked bad. Maria's Boston is coming out.
It's a wicked bad, kid. You don't want to do it. So yeah, the too good to be true offers, definitely look at them askance. You want to always verify with the company directly. Don't trust unsolicited messages. And I wanted to follow up on that one. Remember last time I talked about the Spotify job offer I got to be a vice president there?
Yes. Are you a vice president now?
I am not. No.
How's the onboarding been going, Maria?
I got the exact same email 2 days ago, but this time it was to be a vice president at Disney. You're welcome, everybody.
Ooh, the happiest place on earth.
Yeah, that might work on Dave.
I was like, Dave will be delighted to hear that Disney wants me to be a vice president.
Sure.
So, yeah, don't trust it. And in third-party check cashing services, I think in her case might have done her kind of a solid, but I wouldn't trust them in general. You want to use your own bank and wait for funds to clear before you try to do anything with that money because it could be a fake check.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But that little tiny component of it fascinates me because if you think about, and I'm theorizing here. Because I don't want to say I'm talking out of my ass, but I'm
what on a
Speculating,
podcast?
Dave.
Dave? That never happens.
I'm making an informed
The term I use is
hypothesis
speculate wildly.
that would a check cashing place who I would presume sees the worst of the worst when it comes to bad checks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would they actually be a better defense, a higher fence or a deeper moat against something like this than your regular bank branch?
I think that's an excellent point, Dave. I think that's 100% an excellent point. And first off, if you get the money, if you get the cash out of there,
right?
Then I don't know. I don't know how check cashing places work in terms of like tracking you.
Yeah.
But you're not out any money.
Right.
The check cashing place is. The check cashing place is going to have the most defenses in their repertoire because that's their business model.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I think that's an excellent point.
Well, I mean, the thing I would imagine it's just not. It's not worth the trouble for them. And they would probably make some money if the check bounces, right? That would be probably in their interest. Wouldn't they make some money from that?
The check cashing place?
Yeah, if it's a bad check.
Maybe because they take a fee.
Right.
Well, do they take a fee or a percentage?
I don't know.
I think it may depend.
Yeah, I haven't used one of those places in decades.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
One of those places. I think one time I used one, they were like, they wanted a fee, like a 20% fee, and I was like, no.
Yeah. I think, and some of them, the mom and pops are going to be different from the bigger chains. Anyway, so I imagine for them though, it may have been in the past. They might not have done much about it because they make money. But nowadays, Dave, to your point, if they're seeing a lot of these, it may not be worth the trouble. Now they might be going, actually, hang on a second, because this is a lot of burn and churn for them. So that could be interesting. But I don't know if I would really want to trust them and their safeguards personally, just given what they do. So I don't know.
No. Obviously, the best thing is to avoid this altogether. But it's just a curious thing to ponder. You know, does a check cashing place have more robust checks and balances than a regular bank branch? And at this point, I don't know. You would hope that both would have the maximum amount, but there's also the balance that a bank branch would have of not causing undue friction that's not worth it. Right?
That's true. I'm just thinking about the time I was sent a fake check a couple of years ago, and I was trying to figure out what to do with the fake check. Obviously, I was not going to deposit it, but I wanted to report it to the issuing bank, and there was just no way for me to really do that. And when I finally tracked somebody down, they didn't seem to care. So it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
sort of an anecdote there, but
Frustrating.
We don't care
it's
because
very
when we get it,
frustrating.
we're just going to send it back to your bank and it's going to bounce. That's all.
yeah.
We trust the process because it doesn't impact us if you get ripped off for a bunch of money.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well, interesting stories, and we will have links to those in the show notes. Tell you what, let's take a quick break here. We'll be right back with Joe's story. Zero Trust World is a cybersecurity conference built for practitioners who want a deeper, more practical understanding of how attacks succeed and how defenses fail. Taking place in Orlando, Florida, March 4th through the 6th, 2026, the event features technical sessions and hands-on hacking labs that give attendees direct experience with real-world attack paths, misconfigurations, and security controls. Rather than high-level theory, Zero Trust World focuses on practical lessons learned from defending modern environments, including where complexity, trust, and assumptions are exploited by attackers. The conference brings together security engineers, architects, and leaders who want to sharpen their skills and take usable insights back to their organizations. Learn more and register at ztw.com and use promo code ZTWN2K26 to save $200 on registration. And we are back. Joe, you're up. What do you got for us this week?
Dave, at the end of my story, there is an M. Night Shyamalan-esque twist.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
But,
That's quite the teaser.
but first, let's talk about Forex trading.
Okay.
Nothing? Okay. So Forex trading.
Sure, let's talk about it.
Okay. I'm not all that familiar with Forex trading. I know this. It's foreign exchange trading.
Oh,
And because I don't know what it is, I don't participate in it. So
sounds like a good plan, Joe. Solid plan, Joe.
Where's your sense of adventure, Joe? Come on.
I invest in things I understand, like mutual funds, ETFs,
Sure.
individual stocks, money markets, options, and just a touch of crypto, but not much crypto. But I know that foreign exchange or Forexes are buying and selling currencies and hoping to profit as currencies move in value relative to one another. And to me, because there's all these different trading pairs of valid currencies, it seems to me like a Cartesian product that's just too big for me to get my head around.
Okay.
So I don't have any desire to participate in this, but I did look up. We'll put a link in the show notes, the Investopedia page. It tells you all about Forex. But one thing I see frequently when people talk about Forex is that some people claim they're making a lot of money in this. So when someone says to me that they want to invest in the stock market, but they don't understand how to invest in the stock market, and like I said, I do invest in stock. I say I give the same advice that Warren Buffett is often cited. I say, just go out and buy an S&P 500 mutual fund. That puts you in the stock market. It diversifies your portfolio. It self-manages for the largest companies in the world
Right.
on the stock exchange. Just put it in there. And if that's all you can do, that's great.
The Cyberwire legal team would like to remind you that this is not official advice on investing.
That's right.
Before you
Joe.
invest, please check with your financial
Yes,
advisor.
check with your financial advisor.
All
Trust us, the
investing
last
involves
thing
the
you want to
risk and
do
loss.
with your money is
Listen to
follow
Joe.
Joe's advice.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Because as soon
And
as
also,
I
we are
tell
not your
somebody,
lawyers.
as soon as I tell somebody to invest in something, that stock tanks. So take that with a grain of salt, or just don't do what I tell you.
Yeah.
But the great thing about a mutual fund is somebody else manages it, right? So
Yeah.
you invest your money and they manage your money, and it's very appealing to a lot of people. And actually, I'll tell you, that's where the vast majority of my money is in mutual funds.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there are these two guys, Jason Rodriguez and Edwin Carrion, who said, you know what? We could give people the opportunity to invest in foreign exchanges, do Forex trading with our own investment fund.
Okay.
So they did this, and now 20 people are out about $4 million.
Oh, no.
That's not the twist, though.
Oh, okay.
The twist is this is going where you don't think it was.
All right.
And Rodriguez, it doesn't say anything about Carrion, about where he's going, but Rodriguez is going to federal Palmita prison for 3 years
Oh, my.
after this.
Okay.
And here's how this all went down. These two guys founded a trading fund Rodriguez has pled guilty to crimes like wire fraud and other crimes that are in this article. I can't remember off the top of my head what they are. But in 2020, they founded a trading fund called the Technical Trading Team, LLC. And Rodriguez became the company's chief operating officer and the sole trading authority over the vast majority of $5 million that they raised.
Okay.
So there's a prosecutor who is the United States Attorney for the Eastern Division of New York, Joseph Nocella, who he's quoted in here is received that Rodriguez has received just punishment for defrauding over 20 investors out of millions of dollars of hard-earned money. The defendant violated the client's trust placed in him by falsely promising them a safe investment opportunity. So let's look at the false promises he made. First off, he promises 18 to 24% return on your investment a year. Now, that's really, really, really high.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the S&P 500, which is like the benchmark, averages like 10%.
Right.
So somewhere around there. It might average less when you calculate inflation in. But these returns would be like, everybody's like, I would love to get those kind of returns. Who wouldn't?
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is something that might get my attention because I don't know enough about Forex, and I hear a lot of people make a lot of money on it. Plus, this seems plausible to me if you're dealing in fast trading and in 24-hour markets, which is what Forex is. But still, I'd be cautious.
Right.
I probably wouldn't do this because I really don't understand what's going on here. They promised investors, here's another promise they made. They promised investors they were making safe investments. No, they disregarded numerous safeguards that they promised investors were in place to protect the investments.
Okay.
They also promised investors that they had a loss reserve account of funds that would not be traded and could be used to repay investors in the event of market losses, almost like self-insuring it.
Right.
There was no self-insurance fund for this. It simply didn't exist. There was no loss reserve fund. Every time you go to invest in something, like any kind of fund, any kind of mutual fund or individual stock, you have to sign a waiver that says, I understand I could lose some or all of my money.
Right.
Right. These guys are not making you do that. They're trying to make you feel safe. And you should understand that with mutual funds and with stocks, you could lose some or all of your money.
Yeah.
It's a real possibility. It's not a highly likely possibility, but it's a real one.
Enough that it's a red flag if someone tells you,
right,
there's no way you're going to lose your money.
You're perfectly safe
here.
Right.
It should be a red flag. Yes.
Right.
They promised investors that the team would never expose them to more than 1% of the team investors' funds to the market at any given time. And they just ignored that safeguard as well. So here is where I would start having a question. Let me ask you this question. Here's what I would say. You're going to get me 18 to 24% return on my investment by only putting in 1% of what I'm giving you? Well, why don't I just give you that 1% and put that at risk?
Yeah.
Why do you need why do you need the other 99% of my money? Why can't I keep that if you're only going to put 1% of it at risk? That claim doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And that should have been a red flag. But then they promised investors.
But if you're bad at math,
if you're bad,
you wouldn't know that.
Right.
Seriously,
Yes.
a lot of people are just like numbers, and they just don't really understand. Yeah.
I mean, that's something that would have just stood out to me like a sore thumb. I would have had many questions about that and probably would have walked away from the deal if I was considering it at that point in time. I like to think that anyway. The final promise here is they promised investors the team would not hold trading positions through an open overnight. So Forex exchanges are 24 hours, like I've already said. Rodriguez ignored this rule on multiple occasions, including one time holding a trade from February of 2021 to April of 2022, which is a long time to hold a foreign exchange, a Forex trade, I think. These things happen like in hours and minutes. The result was a catastrophic loss of over $150,000 in losses, which, according to the prosecutors, represented about 12.61% of the fund's value. Now, $150,000 is not 12% of $5 million. So already, a little back of the napkin math here, by 2021 or 2022, this $5 million or $4 million is now down to $1.1 million. They've already lost millions of dollars,
Okay.
right? So
And by lost, we mean spent.
this is probably actually trading losses.
Okay.
Let's assume that it's trading losses.
I'm just thinking they're probably driving pretty nice
It
cars.
could be that too.
Yeah.
It could be that too. So what do you do when you have a bunch of people who you owe money to and you've promised money to in returns? And this is where the twist comes in. You take this legitimate investment opportunity, legitimate in air quotes, because there's a lot of fraud that's already happened here, and you go with the king of all frauds and you convert it into a Ponzi scheme. Remember how I was complaining we haven't had a good Ponzi scheme or pyramid scheme in a while?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yes,
so it
you
wasn't
were.
already one?
No, it was not already one.
Okay.
It was not a Ponzi scheme, but they converted it into a Ponzi scheme and started using the money from new investors to pay the old investors the money they owed them,
Right.
right? I don't know how you make the leap from going like, wow, we really screwed this up to how can we make this worse? I know. Ponzi scheme.
But I could see their desperation, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And they don't want to admit failure.
Right.
And they're good at raising money.
Right, because they've already run their mouth and put said we've got this big reserve fund that doesn't exist.
Right.
So you're not going to lose your money. We guarantee that. So they know they're going to have to pay it back somehow.
And they're probably thinking, they think highly enough of themselves that they're thinking this downturn is only temporary and in no time we
Could
will
be.
be actually making the money that we promised
Could
everyone.
be that was their thought
We
process.
just need to buy ourselves some time.
Right. Or
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, buying themselves time. Now, my thinking is that they were like, we have hosed this so bad, somebody's going to call the cops.
Right.
How do we at least delay that from happening?
Mhm.
Ponzi scheme. So Rodriguez's attorney, a man by the name of Benjamin Yaster,
Okay.
you thought I was going to say Benjamin Yellen, but it wasn't, who's from a company called Federal Defenders, maintained that the business was not started as a scam and that his client did not intend to fail, but should not have resorted to fraud to escape admitting defeat. He should not have, here's a quote, he should not have crossed that moral and legal line to save his floundering company, he said.
Yeah.
Jason realizes this now, and he knows that his conviction in this case was the result of pride and hubris. So maybe you're right, Dave. Maybe it was the hubris that, we can get this back on track if we just get some money in here and pay off the old investors.
Yeah. I've seen that countless times.
Yeah.
Somebody, they just want to buy themselves some more time, so they do something illegal to try to bridge the gap. Isn't that what John DeLorean did with when he was just like selling cocaine to try to keep the cash flow going for the DeLorean?
I don't
That feels very
company.
on brand for the
I don't remember
DeLorean,
what he was
though.
doing. All I
Yeah.
remember
It
is
was
that,
the 80s.
that he was not convicted on that charge.
Yeah.
He got off.
It was alleged.
It was all
Well,
alleged.
he's dead now, so
He
he's
is
not
dead.
he's not gonna come after me. So.
Right.
In a car that doesn't run. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. As long as I go faster than 88 miles an
Right.
hour, he'll never catch up with
You
me.
need 1.21 gigawatts.
That's right. That's right. So what's the M. Night Shyamalan-esque twist at the
That's
end there,
when they
Joe?
turn it into a Ponzi scheme.
I see.
Oh.
That was the
What a
twist.
twist!
Got it.
What a-
Got it. Got it. Did not see it coming. All right. We will have a link to that story in the show notes. Joe, Maria, it is time for our catch of the day.
Dave, our catch of the day comes from Shannon, who sent in a text message that she received. I've gotten these text messages where there's like 100 little head bubbles up top.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
It's a scam,
Huh.
but
Yeah.
this one is new. We haven't seen this one yet.
I'm getting more and more of these.
Yeah, me
And-
too.
And
Yeah.
they're
I haven't
annoying.
gotten this one yet, but it's going to be a matter of days.
Okay, it
Sure.
says Amazon recall notice. The product you purchased in August 2025 is being recalled due to safety and quality concerns. Your affected order number is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Please stop using this product immediately and contact us to receive a full refund. Your safety is our highest priority. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, and thank you for your understanding. Sincerely, Amazon Safety Team.
So my favorite part is they don't tell you what product it is. And in fact, Shannon writes us a little bit of a letter here. She says, so I've not seen this scam text before, and I honestly almost clicked on it. I thought, oh my God, it's been recalled. then I thought in my head about the things I'd ordered on Amazon in August. Dave, what did you order on Amazon in August?
That's a good question. What did I order on Amazon in August? I ordered
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Well, okay. See where you're going here, Joe.
Right.
That is actually a really good point in that we have so many things on auto renew at this point for the Amazon.
Yeah, I got my K-Cups coming auto renew.
Yeah.
Hey, I bought a chicken coop we haven't talked about my chickens. So I got to inject that. I bought a chicken coop on Amazon.
Yeah.
See, this wouldn't work on me because I don't use Amazon anymore.
Very good. So you're immune to
you're
this
the
particular
one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not the only one, but it's I used to buy a lot on Amazon, and I will say I've gotten actual recall notices, and they do email you and they tell you what the product is.
Yes.
Because when my daughter was a baby, there was at least one item that I was using that was safety recalled, and you bet I needed to know what that was.
Yeah, baby things, that's terrifying.
Right.
Yep.
Bad
it
news,
sure was.
Maria. The product you ordered, baby's first guillotine, has been recalled.
How did you know? How did you know?
Possible safety
It's all
concerns.
the doll heads rolling around your house.
Yeah, it was like her pack and play or something, which was kind of in use a lot. So that was pretty urgent. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we're back in the pack and play part of the life cycle in my family.
Oh.
Yeah, well, my youngest grandchild is still in a pack and play on a regular basis, and he is he likes sleeping in it. Anyway, Shannon goes on to say, "Let me talk about my grandkids and my chickens."
Getting the wallet out. Let me see the pictures, Joe.
So she goes on to say, "What did I buy in August? Sunscreen, big spray. I don't know what big spray is.
Bug spray.
Oh, bug spray. Okay,
There you go.
yeah, bug spray. New towels, new beach towels, a lotion, shampoo and conditioner, rechargeable flashlights, wilderness first aid kit. All these different things. She was planning on going on a hike in the north woods of Minnesota.
Yeah.
So that's probably more information than we need. But these are all things that went through her head. And this, Shannon, is exactly what this text message is designed to do.
Yes.
It's designed, that information is missing so that you start thinking of everything you ordered, just like we were talking about, and you go, oh my God. She says, Shannon says she can see this scam working on a lot of people because of the urgency and the perceived safety concerns.
Right.
I agree 100%.
That's like the fortune teller twerk. I'm detecting somebody's trying to reach you, a male from your life. Oh, is it Danny? You know, like if you just you volunteer that. Oh yeah, it's totally that.
That's good because I hate Danny. Tell him to shut up.
I only showed up at Danny's funeral to make sure they put him deep in the ground.
Danny says he knows you killed him. Oh, I didn't know that because I didn't do that. I would love to mess with fortune tellers. I would also, like I've said many times before, in retirement, I'm going to just start a psychic business and just, come out and just talk to people and ask them enough questions until they suss things out on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like just an old guy therapist, but masquerading as a psychic.
I see.
Because there's
you
no
should
crime
start a
there.
podcast,
A
Joe.
nuisance scam. Right. Joe's call-in psychic show.
Right.
Yeah, just
I
live
would
stream it.
Listen to that with bells on. Are you kidding? That would be amazing.
Dave, get with Peter Kilpie. See if he wants to.
Yeah, because when I think about empathetic listening.
Right. You think of me. Yeah. That's
sure.
Smack upside the head.
That's what this psychic is going to be. What are you, stupid?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I can't believe you are this dumb to fall for this.
Maybe we need a little more of that in our world right now, Joe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Before we go on, let me explain the math. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Let me get us out of here. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Our thanks to Zero Trust World for sponsoring this podcast. The conference takes place in Orlando, Florida, March 4th through the 6th, 2026, and features hands-on hacking labs and practitioner-focused sessions. Visit ztw.com and use code ZTWN2K26 for $200 off registration. And that is Hacking Humans, brought to you by N2K Cyberwire. We would love to know what you think of this podcast. Your feedback ensures we deliver the insights that keep you a step ahead in the rapidly changing world of cybersecurity. If you like our show, please share a rating and review in your favorite podcast app. Please also fill out the survey in the show notes or send an email to hackinghumans@n2k.com. This episode is produced by Liz Stokes. Our executive producer is Jennifer Eiben. We're mixed by Elliot Peltzman and Trey Hester. Peter Kilpie is our publisher. I'm Dave Bittner.
I'm Joe Kerrigan.
I'm Maria Varmazis.
Thanks for listening.